Have you ever felt a surge of energy rushing through your body, like a bolt of lightning waking up every cell? Or maybe you've experienced sudden bursts of joy, creativity, or even moments where you felt deeply connected to everything around you. These could be signs of something amazing happening inside you. Something called Kundalini Awakening. Kundalini Awakening is a powerful spiritual experience that can turn your world upside down in the best possible way. It's like flipping a switch that lights up parts of yourself you never knew existed. This awakening can bring about surprising changes in your body and mind, opening doors to new levels of awareness and understanding. But here's the thing. Kundalini Awakening isn't just for spiritual gurus or long-time meditators. It can happen to anyone, at any time, often when we least expect it. And when it does, it can be both exciting and a little scary. That's why it's so important to understand what's happening and recognize the signs. In this video, we're going to explore the fascinating world of Kundalini Awakening and the symptoms that come with it. We'll break it down in simple terms, so whether you're just curious or think you might be experiencing it yourself, you'll have a clear picture of what's going on. Now, before we dive into the symptoms, let's talk about what Kundalini actually is. Imagine there's a coiled-up snake of energy sleeping at the base of your spine. This snake represents Kundalini energy. It's a special kind of life force that exists in everyone, but in most people, it's dormant, just like a sleeping giant. When this energy wakes up and starts to move up through your body, that's what we call a Kundalini awakening. It's like turning on a powerful inner light that illuminates every part of your being, body, mind, and spirit. Kundalini energy is a big deal in many spiritual traditions, especially in yoga and meditation practices. Some people actively try to awaken this energy through special exercises and techniques. But sometimes it can wake up on its own, triggered by life events, intense emotional experiences, or even for no apparent reason at all. Think of Kundalini like a supercharged battery that's been inside you all along. When it activates, it starts to power up areas of your life that might have been running on low energy before. This can lead to major changes in how you think, feel, and experience the world around you. It's important to remember that Kundalini awakening is a natural process. It's not something weird or supernatural. It's a part of human potential that we're only beginning to understand. And while it can bring about incredible transformations, it's not always an easy journey. That's why knowing about the symptoms can be so helpful. Now that we know what Kundalini is, let's talk about what happens when it wakes up. Kundalini awakening symptoms are like a symphony of experiences. There's a whole range of them, and they can affect your body, emotions, mind, and spirit. First things first, everyone's Kundalini awakening is unique. Just like how no two people are exactly alike, no two Kundalini awakenings are the same either. The symptoms you might experience can be different from what someone else goes through. And that's totally okay. It's all part of your individual journey. These symptoms can show up in various ways. You might feel physical sensations in your body, notice changes in your emotions, experience shifts in how you think, or feel a deeper connection to the spiritual side of life. Some people experience just a few symptoms, while others might feel like they're going through a complete life overhaul. It's also worth noting that these symptoms can be intense. Kundalini awakening is a powerful process, and sometimes it can feel overwhelming. You might have moments where you feel on top of the world, followed by times when you're not sure what's happening to you. This roller coaster of experiences is normal and part of the awakening process. The symptoms can come and go, too. You might have periods where you feel lots of changes happening, followed by calmer times where things seem to settle down. This ebb and flow is natural. Think of it like waves in the ocean of your consciousness, feeling energy moving or tingling in your body, especially along your spine, experiencing intense emotions, both positive and challenging ones, having vivid dreams or visions, suddenly understanding things about yourself or the world in new ways, feeling more connected to nature and other people, changes in your sleep patterns or appetite, increased creativity or desire to make changes in your life. These are just a few examples, and we'll dive deeper into specific symptoms later in the video. The important thing to remember is that these experiences are all part of a bigger process of growth and transformation. It's also crucial to understand that while Kundalini awakening symptoms can be intense, they're usually not harmful. However, they can be confusing or unsettling if you don't know what's happening. That's why learning about these symptoms is so valuable. It helps you make sense of your experiences and navigate the awakening process more smoothly. As we go through the different types of symptoms, you might recognize some of your own experiences. Or maybe you'll gain insights that help you understand a friend or family member who's going through something similar. Either way, this knowledge can be a powerful tool in your spiritual journey. Remember, Kundalini Awakening is ultimately about growth and expanding your awareness. It's like upgrading the operating system of your consciousness. And just like any upgrade, there might be some temporary glitches or adjustments as everything settles into place. But with understanding and patience, you can work through these changes and emerge with a deeper, richer experience of life. In the next sections, we'll explore the specific types of symptoms you might encounter during a Kundalini awakening. We'll look at physical symptoms that you might feel in your body, emotional changes that can affect your mood and feelings, mental shifts that can alter your thoughts and perceptions, and spiritual experiences that might open up new dimensions of awareness. By the end of this video, you'll have a comprehensive understanding of what Kundalini awakening symptoms look like and how to recognize them in your own life. This knowledge will help you navigate your spiritual journey with more confidence and clarity, whether you're in the midst of an awakening or simply curious about what it entails. So, let's dive deeper into the fascinating world of Kundalini awakening symptoms and uncover the transformative power that lies within each of us. Let's talk about the physical symptoms of Kundalini awakening. These are the changes you might feel in your body as this powerful energy starts to move and shift. Remember, everyone's experience is different, but many people report similar sensations. One of the most common physical signs is feeling energy moving through your body. This might feel like a tingling sensation, warmth, or even electric currents running up and down your spine. Some people describe it as a gentle buzz, while others might feel more intense vibrations. This energy movement can start at the base of your spine and travel upwards, sometimes reaching all the way to the top of your head. You might also notice changes in your body temperature. Some people feel sudden waves of heat, almost like hot flashes, while others might experience chills or goosebumps for no apparent reason. These temperature changes can come and go quickly, and they're often linked to the movement of energy in your body. Another physical symptom is involuntary body movements. This could be slight trembling or shaking, or even more noticeable movements like spontaneous yoga poses or hand gestures. Some people find that their body starts moving in ways they didn't consciously choose, almost as if it's trying to release or channel the awakening energy. Changes in sleep patterns are also common during Kundalini awakening. You might find yourself waking up at odd hours, especially around 3 or 4 in the morning. Some people need less sleep than usual, feeling energized even with just a few hours of rest. On the flip side, you might also experience periods of extreme fatigue where you need more sleep than normal. Your eating habits might change too. Some people lose their appetite or feel drawn to lighter, healthier foods. Others might suddenly crave different types of food or feel hungry more often. Listen to your body during this time. It often knows what it needs to support the awakening process. You might also experience headaches or pressure in different parts of your head. This is often felt in the forehead area, where the third eye is said to be located, or at the crown of the head. These sensations are usually temporary and may come and go as the Kundalini energy moves through your body. Some people report hearing unusual sounds that others can't hear. This might be ringing in the ears, buzzing sounds, or even inner voices or music. While this can be startling, it's generally considered a normal part of the awakening process for some individuals. Physical sensitivities might increase too. You could become more sensitive to light, sound, or certain foods. Some people find they can no longer tolerate caffeine or alcohol the way they used to. Your body might also become more aware of the energy of places or people around you. It's important to note that while these physical symptoms can be intense, they're usually not dangerous. However, if you're concerned about any physical changes you're experiencing, it's always a good idea to check with a healthcare professional. They can rule out any other potential causes and give you peace of mind. Remember, these physical symptoms are your body's way of adjusting to the awakening Kundalini energy. They're signs of a deep transformation happening within you. Treat your body with kindness during this time. Get plenty of rest, stay hydrated, and engage in gentle physical activities like walking in nature or yoga to help integrate these new energies. Now, let's dive into the emotional symptoms of Kundalini Awakening. This is where things can get really interesting and sometimes challenging. Kundalini Awakening often brings up a whole range of emotions, some of which you might not have experienced before, or at least not with such intensity. One of the most common emotional symptoms is mood swings. You might find yourself on an emotional roller coaster, feeling ecstatically happy one moment and then suddenly sad or angry the next. These rapid changes can be confusing, but they're often a sign that old emotions are being released and processed. Many people experience periods of intense joy or bliss during Kundalini Awakening. You might feel overwhelmed with love for everything around you, or experience moments of pure happiness for no apparent reason. These positive emotions can be incredibly uplifting and give you a taste of the expanded awareness that Kundalini Awakening can bring. On the flip side, you might also face periods of fear, anxiety, or sadness. Sometimes, Kundalini Awakening can bring up old traumas or unresolved issues from your past. This can be uncomfortable, but it's actually a positive sign. It means your system is clearing out old emotional baggage to make room for new growth. You might find yourself becoming more sensitive emotionally. Things that didn't bother you before might suddenly feel very important or affecting. You could find yourself crying more easily, whether from joy, sadness, or even when watching a touching movie or listening to music. Some people experience a deep sense of compassion and empathy during Kundalini Awakening. You might feel more connected to others and their emotions, sometimes to the point where you can sense what they're feeling even without them telling you. This increased empathy can be beautiful, but also overwhelming at times. Another common emotional symptom is a feeling of detachment or disconnection from your old life. You might feel like you no longer fit in with certain friends or social groups, or that your old interests no longer appeal to you. This can be unsettling, but it's often a sign that you're growing and changing in significant ways. You might also experience sudden bursts of creativity or inspiration. Ideas for art, music, writing, or other creative projects might come to you out of nowhere. This creative energy can be a wonderful outlet for the intense emotions you're experiencing. Some people report feeling a sense of urgency or impatience during Kundalini Awakening. You might feel like you need to make big changes in your life right away, or that time is somehow speeding up. While it's good to listen to these impulses, it's also important to balance them with patience and careful consideration. It's not uncommon to have moments of doubt or confusion during this process. You might question what's happening to you or wonder if you're going crazy. Rest assured, these doubts are normal and shared by many people going through Kundalini Awakening. They're just your mind trying to make sense of the profound changes you're experiencing. Remember, all of these emotional experiences are part of the journey. They're helping you clear out old patterns and open up to new ways of being. It's important to be gentle with yourself during this time. Don't judge your emotions, but rather observe them with curiosity and compassion. If you find the emotional intensity overwhelming, don't hesitate to seek support. This could be from a spiritual teacher, a therapist familiar with Kundalini experiences, or trusted friends who understand what you're going through. Sharing your experiences can help you process them and feel less alone on your journey. As we move into the mental symptoms of Kundalini Awakening, you'll see how this powerful energy can reshape your thoughts and perceptions. The changes in your mind can be some of the most profound and life-changing aspects of the awakening process. One of the most common mental symptoms is an increase in mental clarity or sharpness. You might find that your thoughts become clearer and more focused. Problems that used to stump you might suddenly have obvious solutions. It's like a mental fog has lifted, allowing you to see and understand things with newfound clarity. Many people experience a flood of new ideas and insights during Kundalini Awakening. You might have sudden realizations about yourself, others, or the nature of reality. These aha moments can come rapidly, sometimes faster than you can process them. It's like your mind is downloading information from a higher source. Your perception of time might change too. Some people report feeling like time is speeding up or slowing down. You might find yourself lost in thought for what feels like hours, only to realize that just a few minutes have passed. This altered sense of time can be disorienting but also fascinating. Another common mental symptom is an increased interest in spiritual or philosophical topics. You might suddenly feel drawn to books, videos, or discussions about consciousness, the nature of reality, or different spiritual traditions. This thirst for knowledge often comes with a deep desire to understand the bigger picture of life. Some people experience changes in their memory during Kundalini Awakening. You might have vivid recollections of past events, including childhood memories you thought you'd forgotten. On the other hand, you might find it harder to remember recent events or everyday details. This shift in memory often reflects a change in what your mind considers important. Your dreams might become more vivid, meaningful, or bizarre during this time. Some people report having prophetic dreams or gaining insights through their dream experiences. You might also find that you remember your dreams more clearly upon waking. Many individuals going through Kundalini Awakening report experiencing moments of unity consciousness or cosmic consciousness. These are profound states where you feel deeply connected to everything around you. The boundaries between you and the world might seem to dissolve, leading to a sense of oneness with all of existence. You might notice changes in how you perceive the world around you. Colors might seem brighter or more vivid. You might become more aware of patterns in nature or in everyday life. Some people report seeing auras around people or objects, or noticing energy fields that weren't visible to them before. Another mental symptom is a shift in your sense of self. You might start questioning who you really are, beyond your name, job, or social roles. This can lead to a deeper understanding of your true nature and a letting go of limiting beliefs about yourself. Some people experience an expansion of their psychic or intuitive abilities during Kundalini Awakening. You might find that you can sense things before they happen, or that you have an increased ability to read other people's thoughts or emotions. While these experiences can be exciting, it's important to stay grounded and not get too caught up in them. It's not uncommon to experience periods of mental confusion or disorientation during this process. Your old ways of thinking and understanding the world are being challenged, which can sometimes feel overwhelming. This confusion is usually temporary and leads to greater clarity as you integrate your new perspectives. You might also notice changes in your attention and focus. Some people find they can concentrate more deeply than ever before, while others might struggle with scattered thoughts or difficulty focusing on mundane tasks. This often balances out over time as you learn to navigate your new mental landscape. Remember, these mental changes are all part of your mind expanding and adapting to new levels of awareness. It's like your brain is rewiring itself to accommodate a broader understanding of reality. Be patient with yourself during this process, and don't be afraid to take breaks or ground yourself if the mental activity becomes too intense. If you find yourself struggling with the mental aspects of Kundalini Awakening, practices like meditation, journaling, or talking with others who understand the process can be incredibly helpful. These practices can help you make sense of your experiences and integrate them into your daily life. As your mind opens to new possibilities, you might find that your entire worldview shifts. Things you once took for granted might be called into question, while new truths reveal themselves. This can be both exciting and challenging, but it's all part of the growth that Kundalini Awakening brings. As we explore the spiritual symptoms of Kundalini Awakening, we're entering the realm of profound inner transformation. These spiritual changes often touch the very core of who you are and how you relate to the world around you. One of the most common spiritual symptoms is a deep sense of connection to everything. You might feel a newfound unity with nature, other people, or even the entire universe. This sense of oneness can be overwhelming at first, but it often leads to a beautiful feeling of being part of something much larger than yourself. Many people experience a shift in their values and priorities during Kundalini Awakening. Things that once seemed important, like material success or social status, might suddenly feel less significant. Instead, You might find yourself drawn to spiritual growth, helping others, or living in harmony with the planet. You might also notice an increased sensitivity to energy. This could mean feeling the energy of places, objects, or people more intensely. Some people report being able to sense sacred or powerful locations, or feeling drawn to certain crystals or natural settings. A common spiritual symptom is the experience of synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that seem too perfect to be random. You might notice repeating numbers, encounter just the right person at the right time, or find that your thoughts manifest quickly in the physical world. These synchronicities often feel like signs that you're on the right path. Many individuals report a deepening of their intuition or inner knowing during Kundalini Awakening. You might find that you just know things without knowing how you know them. This intuitive guidance can become a powerful tool in navigating your life and making decisions. Some people experience what's often called a dark night of the soul during their spiritual awakening. This is a period of deep questioning where you might feel lost or disconnected from your old beliefs and not yet secure in your new understanding. While challenging, this phase often leads to profound spiritual growth and a stronger connection to your true self. You might find yourself drawn to spiritual practices like meditation, yoga, or energy work. These practices can help you manage the intense energies of Kundalini Awakening and deepen your spiritual experiences. Many people report experiencing states of bliss or ecstasy during Kundalini Awakening. These might come as waves of joy, love, or peace that seem to come from within or from a higher source. While these states are beautiful, it's important to remember that they're just one part of the spiritual journey. You might also encounter what some traditions call siddhis, or spiritual gifts. These could include heightened empathy, healing abilities, or even phenomena like out-of-body experiences. While these experiences can be exciting, most spiritual teachers advise not to focus too much on them, as they can become distractions from deeper spiritual growth. A profound spiritual symptom is a shift in your perception of reality itself. You might start to see the world as more fluid, dreamlike, or interconnected than you did before. This can lead to a sense of awe and wonder at the mystery of existence. Now that we've explored the various symptoms of Kundalini Awakening, let's talk about how to handle them. Remember, this process can be intense, so it's important to have strategies to help you navigate it smoothly. First and foremost, practice self-care. This awakening is a big deal for your body and mind, so treat yourself with extra kindness. Get plenty of rest, eat nourishing foods, and stay hydrated. Regular exercise, especially gentle practices like yoga or tai chi, can help you ground the intense energies you're experiencing. Meditation can be a powerful tool during Kundalini Awakening. It helps you stay centered and observe your experiences without getting overwhelmed by them. Even just a few minutes of quiet breathing each day can make a big difference. Nature can be incredibly healing during this process. Spend time outdoors, walk barefoot on the earth, or sit by a tree. Many people find that nature helps balance the intense energies of Kundalini Awakening and provides a sense of peace and connection. It's also important to find ways to express and release the energy you're experiencing. This could be through creative pursuits like art, music, or writing, or through physical activities like dance or sports. Find what works for you and make it a regular part of your routine. Don't be afraid to seek support. This could be from a spiritual teacher experienced in Kundalini Awakening, a therapist who understands spiritual experiences, or a support group of others going through similar processes. Having people who understand what you're experiencing can be incredibly comforting and helpful. Remember to stay grounded. With all the intense energies and experiences, it's easy to get spacey or disconnected from everyday life. Engage in practical, down-to-earth activities. Cook a meal, clean your home, or work in a garden. These simple tasks can help you stay connected to the physical world. Be patient with yourself in the process. Kundalini Awakening is not a race or a competition. Everyone's journey is unique, and it unfolds in its own time. Trust that your experiences are exactly what you need for your growth, even if they're challenging at times. Educate yourself about Kundalini Awakening, but be discerning about the information you take in. There's a lot of material out there, and not all of it is accurate or helpful. Trust your own experiences and intuition as much as any external source of information. Finally, remember that it's okay to take breaks. If the symptoms become too intense, it's perfectly fine to focus on grounding activities and put spiritual practices on hold for a while. Your awakening process will continue when you're ready. To help illustrate what Kundalini Awakening can look like in real life, let's explore a couple of personal stories. Remember, everyone's experience is unique, but these stories might help you understand the range of experiences people can have. Meet Sarah, a 35-year-old teacher. Her Kundalini Awakening began unexpectedly after a deep meditation session. She started feeling intense energy moving up her spine, accompanied by spontaneous body movements. At first, she was scared, thinking something was wrong with her. But as she learned more about Kundalini Awakening, she began to embrace the process. Sarah experienced vivid dreams and sudden insights about her life purpose. She found herself drawn to healing work and started studying energy healing techniques. While the process was intense at times, with emotional ups and downs, Sarah feels it has led her to a more authentic and fulfilling life. Then there's Mike, a 50-year-old businessman. His awakening started gradually, with an increasing sense of dissatisfaction with his materialistic lifestyle. He began experiencing synchronicities and a deepening intuition that guided him to make significant life changes. Mike's journey included physical symptoms like tingling sensations and sleep disruptions. He also went through a period of questioning everything he believed, which was challenging but ultimately liberating. Today, Mike has found a balance between his business life and spiritual path, feeling more aligned and at peace than ever before. These stories show how Kundalini Awakening can unfold in different ways, but often leads to profound personal transformation and a deeper sense of purpose and connection. As we wrap up our exploration of Kundalini Awakening symptoms, it's important to remember that this journey, while sometimes challenging, is ultimately about growth and transformation. The symptoms we've discussed, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, are all signs of a profound shift happening within you. Kundalini Awakening is a process of becoming more fully yourself, of realizing your deepest potential as a human being. It's about awakening to the interconnected nature of all things and finding your unique place within that web of life. Remember, there's no right way to experience Kundalini Awakening. Your journey is uniquely yours. Some people might experience many of the symptoms we've discussed, while others might only encounter a few. Some might go through intense phases, while for others, the process might be more gradual and subtle. The key is to approach your awakening with an open mind and heart. Be curious about your experiences, but also be gentle with yourself. This is a time of great change, and it's okay to take things one step at a time. If you think you might be going through a Kundalini Awakening, know that you're not alone. Many others have walked this path before you, and many are walking it alongside you right now. Reach out for support when you need it, whether that's from spiritual communities, experienced teachers, or understanding friends and family. As you continue on this journey, remember to stay grounded in your daily life, even as you explore new spiritual heights. The ultimate goal of Kundalini Awakening is not to escape the world, but to live in it more fully, with greater awareness, compassion, and purpose. Whether you're in the midst of a Kundalini Awakening, feeling the first stirrings of this energy, or simply curious about the process, I hope this exploration has been helpful. May your journey, whatever form it takes, lead you to greater understanding, joy, and connection with yourself and the world around you. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Kundalini Awakening symptoms. Remember, this is just the beginning. There's always more to learn, experience, and discover on this beautiful, challenging, and ultimately transformative path. Keep your heart open, your mind curious, and trust in the wisdom of your own journey. The awakening of Kundalini is not just about experiencing unusual symptoms. It's about awakening to the fullness of who you truly are.